Okay, looks like no one is dead. This is grand. I am very, very happy with that. Indeed. There's always a bit of a risk. Thankfully, we're good. Right. Copy this. Over to there, please. Copy these. Over to there as well, please. And this should just take care of everything that it needs to take care of. Really? There's some polluted dirt there? What? Could we get this place swept at a very, very high priority? And put it all down there. My goodness. Awfulness. Just truly awfulness. What's the temperature in here? The temperature is actually 162. Not bad. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Alright, we should be seeing some power flooding in from the copper volcano at this point. Oh, actually no. Another 2 cycles, but we're getting close. And then 8 cycles later, we'll get the main volcano kicking in. Though that one's still only a minor one. I have no idea how we would tame a full-scale volcano. That's actually kind of terrifying, though. Right, there we go. That's splitting up a little bit. Fantastic. Let's reduce the amount we're sending over here to just 100 gram pack. Well, 150 gram packets. You can get that set and that'll help out a little bit. How's everything going in here? I'm actually getting... it's 10 kilos of CO2 in there now. At some point, we do actually want to skim this a little bit. If it gets too much in there. We'll have to see about that. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do that one just yet, but... right, sharing out the temperature in here fairly well. Coming up, yeah. Well, it's still coming back just shy of 100. I'm really hopeful that we can make use of the heat that these things are generating. Of course, every time the door opens, it lets in a bunch of oxygen, which then gets dumped out, which means that we lose heat from the system. But it's just one of those things, really. I'm not sure if this is necessarily going to be the save-all that I wanted. Not unless we can isolate the heat bleed here by using something like a liquid lock. Maybe necessary in the end. I could make a small liquid lock that would allow access to everything in here along there. Just isolate that, and then have the a very similar liquid lock style to the one that we've got down here functioning there. We could even branch off it fairly easily and use the oil to fill it, because again, we want something that can handle the temperatures that will be involved. This one won't necessarily, well, in the long run, this will completely equalize the temperature, but across the short term, it won't be quite so bad. Right. Okay, let's deconstruct you. Don't need her there anymore. This should all be fine. But yeah, if we can set this up correctly, then I can have a liquid lock at the bottom here. We could even make a very, very small one. Honestly. If I wanted it to be similar to this one, then I would need a bit more room for it, but as long as we pipe the oil in there, it shouldn't work too badly for us. The main thing is that I need a way of preventing it from climbing too high, basically. how would we sense that it's climbed too high with the space that I've got available to me? Because every extra tile requires a lot more oil to deal with it. Also, anything exiting the system is going to get heated up. Still, something along these lines would do. And then I could have these two be liquid sensors. Yeah, we can do something along these lines. It's not going to be quite as bulky as this, but not by much. It's still going to be fairly distorted. You sound Welsh. I am Welsh. What are the clear pipes around the base? Those are transport tubes. People shuttles. I'm going to need a... See, the problem with that is that is actually going to bleed energy out there, which is kind of annoying, but... I would rather all of that go through down here if I'm going to do it this way. So that is going to have to come down and up. Same for this. Same for this. But once that's done, that should allow me to build those walls across and isolate this place further. Yeah, they're just letting loads of cooler oxygen in, and that is going to constantly cause me issues. So once this is done, then we'll actually have a properly isolated little area. I need... Oh, can I fit the sensor here? I need hydro sensors. All I want to know is whether there's liquid that has reached these levels. It's going to be able to... well, it doesn't have an overheat temperature, so I can use whatever liquid I want there. They can be hooked up like so to the liquid valve. Liquid vent. Ah! Snagged. Okay. Well, how about we deal with this? I need a pipe. By going down and around. Honestly, that's better because it's not going to be having to interact with the enormous heat that's going to be present in that room anyway then. Disavowed. Do you speak Welsh? I could be one of those annoying people that asks someone if they speak Welsh in Welsh. And whilst that does give me the answer, it's also a bit of a... it's a bit of a mean-spirited way of doing it. Because if they don't, they have no idea what you just said. They might be able to take a stab at it, but not a lot. No worries. I was just wondering since you said you were from Wales. Right. We are active, which is grand. So hopefully this this little packet there is going to get some friends. "41 seconds every 657 seconds. We may have a little while to wait here. New principles. No, we're gonna reject all. We don't need the food. There's no point in just taking it. We're almost at 10 million calories. We don't need that food. Not even the slightest little bit. I would love it though if we could get this sorted soon, so I can get all of that done. They have, however, done all the piping, which is great. Let's get that out of the way then. I can order a beer in Welsh. That's about it. That's a reasonable skin. Might be all you need. going to need to bring... Well, I mean... If we cancel that deconstruct, then I could just bring the oil straight up like that, which actually isn't a bad idea. I can count and swear, that's about it. That is you can do a lot with counting, to be fair. You can do a lot with swearing as well, but it's a different sort of thing. These two skill sets will unlock different doors. For my shame, I used to think all Welsh motorway service stations had the same name. Gwasanaethau. Oh, that is fantastic. That is marvellous. I am deeply and truly amused by this. Absolutely fantastic. It may be a little while longer. I wish I had like a little alarm that could tell me that this was about to go off. Like if there was a sudden spike in temperature. Well, I guess you could. I think you actually can. Are there not some automated notifier? Like I could attach it to a little sensor that detected that things were going down. Like, oh, that temperature just went up really sharply. Alert Aavak that there is a volcano eruption happened. Mind cluing us less Welsh literate in. It literally means services. That's the Welsh for services. Thermal sensor plus notifier equals fire alarm. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I could do that. Unfortunately, I can't hook it up to anything that's external to the system now, sadly. Well, I guess this would let me know if the temperature rose to the point that the system turned on. I could hook it up to that. Likewise, I could just hook it up to this and just leave it in there. I guess I can. I suppose so. You know what? That might actually be pretty cool. Notification. Where can I slot you? Let's pop you down there. And then hook this up with some... What, really? I made it out of steel? Man, I was feeling blingy before. Past me was a little bit obnoxious with the steel use. Oh, Aavak, I have been greatly enjoying being addicted to Mars Horizon. Splendid game. Thanks for introducing me to it. I'm very glad you're enjoying it. Very glad you're enjoying it. The devs are super, super passionate about that game. It's actually really, it's a joy to interact with devs that care so much. I mean, everyone cares in a business whether their business is going to do well. But there's a difference when they care because they just sincerely enjoy what they do. And it is very, very noticeable. Right, so that's hooked up. I can deconstruct you. I can deconstruct you. In fact, I can deconstruct quite a lot of this. Whomp. No. Don't want to deconstruct that one. And whomp over there as well. Little by little, we're going to get there. Now these should say if it's above 10 kilos. Same this one. If whatever's in there is above 10 kilos. Oh, well, it should be green if it's below 10 kilos. Sorry. With that, I can start filling it in. Now, of course, I'm going to need to be able to get a little bit higher, but I can do that from this side. That should be fine. Now, have we set that up yet? We have. Right, notification. One of these tooltips we'll go with boing boing, pop, or ah! That'll do. Now, the thing with this is... Yeah, we'll leave that one there. We'll just see how that one goes. It might go awkwardly. Let's hope it does. Let's hope it goes wonderfully. That really should be active soon. I feel, unless... No, though, there's a low enough pressure in there. For a second there, I was like, oh no, I didn't do it with this one as well, did I? But I did not. We're fine. All is good. All is well. Getting the last little bits over there done. At this point, I would like this swept up, please and indeed thank you. And once that's done, I should just be able to go ahead and hook this up. In fact, I'm going to say go ahead and do it now. Oh no! That needs to go. That was a little bit silly of me. But once that's gone, then we should be good. We're not going to have as convenient a stop-off point access here, but people can just move around. They've got legs. Right. Are we going to tear that down? Good, good, good. And as soon as that happens, we should start seeing some oil moving up. There we are. Perfect. That'll start filling this area and isolating it from the rest. Eventually, this will fill with CO2. All of the oxygen will have been vented out. Eventually, though, sadly... See, this is going to be another problem. If this flashes into steam, A, that's kind of cool, because it's instantly going to be clean water, but kind of bad because it's going to leave polluted dirt. Bartimus, thank you very much for the 3 months, mate. 3rd month, 2nd best month. Diolch yn fawr. And... well, what's this about? Isn't that what all of the UK looks like? Let me have. Oh, last time you went to Snowdonia, I did it on a miserable cloudy day. The entire way up was shrouded in dense fog. It looked like I was in a late 90s, early 3D game with terrible render distance. Yeah, Snowdonia can be like that. Personally, I think it's all the more glorious for that particular view. But you know, I can accept that some people don't appreciate it the way that I do. And that is fine. Okay, yeah, we're just waiting on the occasional bit of leaky oil. It's going to take some time before this gets to a point that this will be able to move around. But well, it needs quite a lot actually. 800 kilos of the stuff to filter out properly. But it's gonna be a little while. It will happen. It's an egg being dropped off. Donk. And being vented. And donk. Printable. Sure, I'll take some sandstone just because I can take something. What just happened? I don't even. Whatever it was, it just happened. I don't know. Now, in an odd way, this... you know what? We don't even technically need a liquid lock here. Every time they open the door and CO2 escapes. This is going to create, eventually, a gas lock. I'll allow it to fill and become a true liquid lock, but we technically wouldn't need it. Very interesting. I don't have nostalgia goggles. I just feel at peace whenever I am somewhere that looks very much like I'm playing Silent Hill in real life. I don't know what's wrong with my danger sense. It is clearly broken. Because when I'm walking home and the fog is thick enough that you can only see the street lamps when you're more or less directly under them, because otherwise it's just a murky grey everywhere, I feel pretty happy. It feels comforting. Like going home. Right, I could drop down a quick order to start shifting that around. And get this room a little bit warmer. Aavak, Mistborn, confirmed. Blizzardborn, actually, but not much of a difference between how that looks. The Blizzard I was born in, you couldn't see more than a meter or so in front of you. So, yeah, somewhat similar. But yeah, that's the way that I'm going to try and cool things down. I need to decide where the floor is going to be, though, because that is literally the first decision, and one of the more important ones. All of the buildings that I want to have clear access, I just want to be able to, for them to be able to just look skyward. So, first and foremost, let's get this settled down. I think that should give me enough room to look up. Something like that. Above it, I'll have mesh tiles. Doesn't really matter what they're made of at this point. So whatever I've got the most of, which is technically gold amalgam, actually. But we'll go with copper ore, nevertheless. 1, 2, 3, and 2 on that side. That should be good enough. Yes. That will give me sight upwards. Now, tiles then, again, doesn't matter, this is a floor, so I don't actually care what this part is made of. If I made it of bunker tiles, then it would be able to survive a smack from a meteorite, which is a useful ability, but don't need that right now. I do actually want a lot of room above it, so that a massive amount of regolith can accrue. Now, the thing that I'm going to be doing here is I need to find... Oh, actually, I need to go down and have a look at that volcano, because it's probably going to erupt very soon. Bilal, thank you very much for the gifts up there. That's very kind of you. And Grady Joe, thank you very much for the 5 months of Prime. Apparently, Coxie managed to win that sub from Bilal because they got the reference from the Mistborn. Well done. Yeah, this has erupted recently. Let me just have a quick look. Missed it by a little bit. How much is on there? No, that's the wrong one. How much is on there? No, there's actually only tiny amounts. Did a load recently get dropped, perhaps? Oh no, there we go. It's about to erupt again, everyone. Slow down a little bit. We've got a hype drink as well. Marvellous. Thank you very much, everyone. Second one of the stream. Oh, that certainly takes the edge off. Flubbing the scheduling on the Graveyard Keeper episode. I am not gonna lie. It's not even salt. It's actually just genuine sadness on that one, because I was so happy. Like I'm a day ahead of myself. I can stream for as long as I want tonight, and tomorrow it won't matter when I finally do go to bed, because I don't have to worry. It's all scheduled, all done. And then to be like, no, actually, you got more work to do then. Of course I do. Nico Shana, thank you very much for the gifts up there. That was really, really kind of you. There we go. Nice and hard metal. Good, comfortable 700 degrees. Marvelous. I was never aware of how very, very gentle that sound is. It's actually extremely pleasant. There we go. The temperature in here, the steam is a balmy 208 degrees. And the steam turbines are straight away max power. Honestly, of all of the contraptions that we've built, that we've hopelessly over-engineered, this is the one that has done the best. This is the one that has consistently done the best. Gold Dracoon, thank you so much for gifting me a sub there as well. And thank you everyone for all of the cheers. Really, really kind of you. Well, I enjoyed having 2 in a day, though. I'm sorry if you're angry. It's okay. It's my own fault. Better to be informed of your mistakes than be blindsided by the... Oh, yes, absolutely. 100%. 208 degrees sounds like my shower temperature. I mean, it sounds like my shower temperature as well if you turn the knob exactly 1 degree away from the ideal temperature, which is, you know, bearable but hot enough that you feel it in your bones. 1 degree, and it's, you know, your shower is now like 3 million degrees. It's hotter than the beginning of the universe. It's like, yeah. Digital showers, so nice. So nice. I want it to be this temperature at all times. Like, oh, of course, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Is this comfortable, sir? Shall I change the nozzle pattern? Do you like a nice soothing mist of warm water, or would you like enough force to massage your shoulders? I imagine they all talk in a very polite way. And then you've got the crotchety ye olde shower knob that has never really gone past. Never gone past that its job is being slowly usurped by the digital showers, and is certain that it's going to punish all of humanity for the audacity, the gall of trying to replace it. It doesn't actually want you hurt, though, and it feels really guilty every time it does it, but it just can't stop. It just sees red, and then it feels worse because it knew it shouldn't, and it didn't want to do it last time, but it did it. And so the only way it can cope with that is to blame you even more. It gets angry at you because it's sad that it got angry at you, and it's just a never-ending loop. That's why those I'm sure when you get those showers with knobs first installed, they're actually completely fine. But the longer they're there, the more angry they get. It's an awful feedback loop. Vanya, thank you so much for the gifts up there. 2 of them. Oh, no, sorry. 1 of them, but it gave it to me in 2 messages. Sorry for making me panic. Elifsker, thank you very much for the cheer there. That was really, really kind of you. Yes, pretty much all ye olde shower knobs. It's just a recipe for emotional abuse, basically. Truly sad. However, we are slowly getting carbon dioxide back in here properly, but there just isn't enough temperature in here for it to sync with the pipes reasonably, unfortunately. So we're constantly losing a little bit of that. Sadly, that was a bit of a derp. I know. Shocks me too. I was a bit of a derp because I only really set this part up, so I'm still going to be bleeding off heat down here. Damn it, why did I do that? And there's no easy way of me fixing that either. Unless to get down there, you've got to go up and around and then down. No, I'm not going to do something silly like that. Can't think about it. No. We're going to have to consider this at length. At least the top rooms are sorted. These ones are a bit of a wash, but they actually don't generate that much heat. In fact, this one is more for getting rid of heat. So what I could do is, I do still need to cool them though. That's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I may need to adjust my plans there a little bit.